man. We're here. D-Styles, EJ Boxing Live, Season 6, Episode 8. No one. Ah, boy. D-Styles. Boy, man. It's good to have you back, man. Better late than never. So the show starts with the actress of Cersei's talking to the son, Aya's, and Aya's been stabbed. She makes her way down to the actress, and from the wake, obviously stabbing from the wake. Give us your take on that whole situation. And, you know, obviously people were speculating she wouldn't be dying. What's your take on that little scenario?
Well, I mean, it was kind of cool to see her kind of take Ira's advice, you know, how Cersei would act and seeing her dead son and stuff like that. That was kind of cool. Wasn't really going to go anywhere, but I think she finds Ira. I think the point was she had nowhere else to go, Ira, you know what I mean? Like, where else would she go? You know, so that's the only place she had to go, and Lady Crane took care of her. So
yeah. See Lady Crane, yeah? Because remember, she was supposed to get killed. She admitted, yeah, that she cut off that girl's face. I mean, she stabbed up. She said she stabbed more people than most people. That's why she knows to stitch people up. So she wasn't as innocent as maybe we thought she was. She's actually quite deadly. So I was surprised about that. But yeah, Lady Crane, that little scenario, that little thing was alright. But we're gonna move on real quick. So Clegane, the Hound, whatever they call him by his name now. What's his name? Thingy.
Clegane.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Clegane. He rolls up on the dudes who killed all the people over there, putting up the scepter, putting up the structure, and he goes to work on them with the axe, man. One of them put his hand down the other one's trousers, and he just chops them up. But that's not good enough for him. He's looking for the whole foot, man. I tell you what, man, him and the axe, bro, he's lethal with it. What's your take, bro?
Yeah, I kind of like it. You know, it's something different. You know, the whole axe thing. We're used to swords and stuff, so and it could literally just butcher dudes with the axe, and he's done that before. You know, like when he butchered that one kid. So Ira hates him for that, but yeah, well, it was kind of cool. It's just like, I'm such a badass. I don't even need a fucking sword. Like, I could kill these motherfuckers. And the best part was when he was killing that dude.
Yeah.
And I forgot what he told him, like fuck you or some shit. He's like, come on, you don't got anything better to say before you die?
Yeah.
He's like, well, cunt. And he's like, man, you fucking suck at dying. He just fucking kills him. I don't know how you look cool dying, to be honest, but
exactly. No, you know why though? You know why it's still because they're supposed to be bad men. When they rolled up on them villagers and they didn't have no weapons, they were tough guys. So now all of a sudden, time that I think it was more to do with that. You're supposed to be a so-called tough guy. You also say that guy got Brutus, bro. Hey, I tell you, he's lethal. But anyway, move on to.
I'll say this about the Hound. He did kill the butcher's boy, but that was like a royal order. You know, he had to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And back in those days, you got to do what the king tells you. You know, there's no other way around it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Yeah, but when it comes to like, even remember when he stole the silver from that one guy? Like, yeah, he stole the silver. He just punched him in the face, but he didn't kill him or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Hound, he doesn't really kill innocent people. Like, he might beat him up or something to get silver or whatever, but he won't kill innocent people. That's one thing about him.
Yeah, if he don't need to, he won't. But the Hound was trained with his brother. They were trained to be warriors and things, like from Casterly Rock. Because
his brother is like a whole nother. His brother enjoyed killing fucking babies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. His brother's the business.
His brother raped women and shit. The Hound, he doesn't roll like that. You know what I mean? He could have raped Sansa if he wanted to. He didn't do it. You know what I mean? So
the weakness is he's got his Achilles heels is fire. Isn't he? He's scared of fire. That's the only thing he's because his brother like a steak. Put him on the oven, a steak, boy. So yeah. But anyway, moving on. Varys and Tyrion. Varys is going somewhere. I don't know where he's going. Where he's at, and he's going back to Westeros as well. So I don't know what the heck's going on, man. I reckon Varys. This might be the last time we ever see Varys, man. They might catch him there and finish him off. What's your take? What do you think? Where he's going back to Westeros? Why is he going back to Westeros? I think
I know why. I have a very good idea why. He's not going to King's Landing. They'll, you know, he has no idea what's going on unless he's heard whispers. You know, because this guy has kids everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has.
So if he's gotten word that Cersei has no more power, and all this. He might go there because that might be a big opportunity for him. But I honestly believe he's going to Dorne. I think he's going to Dorne. Because through the arm of Dorne is how you enter Westeros from Essos, the easiest way. It's the easiest path. And from there, you could easily invade King's Landing. So I think that's where he's going. Like, you know what I mean? And to talk with the Sand Snakes and stuff like that. That's my best guess. I honestly don't know where else this guy could go. Or he might go to the Vale with Littlefinger or something. I doubt that, but that's a possibility. You know what I mean? But my best bet is that he's going to Dorne. You know, and one thing I just wanted to say about the last scene, it just hit me just as we stopped talking about that scene. The Brotherhood Without Banners, because remember last week I was wondering, like, man, these guys are supposed to be good guys. You know, now they're killing innocent people, you know? Yeah. But as you saw, once their leaders found out, like, they hung them. So they're still the same, like, group and shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, that was good to see because it didn't make no sense. And I was trying to work out what was going on. So that was good to see. It was good to see where Varys has gone. So he's disappeared. I got 2 more episodes, man. It's just anyway. We'll move on. So Cerys, the what's his name? One of the maestros come up to Varys, the creepy one, the one who created He comes up to Cersei's thing, and he tells Cersei this, you know, they want to talk to her. Man, that whole scenario. So you want to talk to her, and they tell her that the High Septon, whatever his name is, Sparrow wants to see her. And she goes, I'm not going nowhere. He told me I can stay. He goes, never made that promise. And boy, listen, you know what? When I saw the trailer, I thought he wiped them all out. I wanted him to, you know how badly, trust me, D-Star, you know how badly I wouldn't do that. Yeah. He took the guy's head and like Predator. Took the guy's head off and the spine came off and blood trickled and shit. And then like a little slice mark. She should have told Odin to wipe them all out. All of them. I mean, what's your take on that whole adventure right there? What was that with Cersei?
I like the scene because it did 2 things for me. One, it gave me some violence. I mean, he tore the dude's face off. That's insane, man. You know what I mean? There's only like one other dude that could do something like that, and that's that giant over with the wildlings. You know, other than him, who the hell could do something like that? That's crazy. And you saw how these fanatics, you saw the fear in their eyes. Like, you know, like it just came out of them. Like they've been all fearless and this, that, but you saw the fear come out of their eyes, man. And because they went from arrogant to holy shit, you know, but you also saw how dumb Cersei is. You know, the problem with Cersei, she never knows when to strike. You know, why, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, she never knows when to strike. Like, she acts too soon. She doesn't act at the right time. She has no patience. And she wanted to show her power there. And the thing is, sometimes power's not good if it's only going to last you for as long as that moment. Like, you know, power needs to last you a long time. She lost power once those guys left. Once they left, because what happened? They told the High Sparrow, and we saw what happened later in the show, you know, so, I mean, this is a political game, you know, like most wars are won in the political realm, you know, like in Vietnam, the U.S., the most powerful military, they didn't lose because of the military. They lost because of politics, you know, and she's losing right there. She's losing in politics.
What do you think in that scenario, she should have went? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if she was going to say no, she should have just said no. But I would have gone, but I would have gone with the fucking giant, you know? That's what I would have done. I would have said, I'm going, but he's coming with me. That's what I would have done.
As you could see, there was a lot of them around there and stuff like that. If she moves up from where she was, I don't think she'd be able to maneuver, because where she was standing, it was only one way in and one way out. And I think they did that purposely to provoke her, because they knew she wouldn't come. That's what I think. I think he was hoping she was going to do that, and hoping that beast was going to do that to them.
I don't know, that one dude thought he was going to get his face fucking ripped off.
Man, I wanted to rip the friggin'. Listen, you see how they ran like little girls when the whole thing kicked off?
Yeah.
They didn't want none. They didn't want none, man. Done there with their shit.
At the very least, I mean, find a way to be more discreet, have her be harder to find, you know, like she's just like storming around in the keep, and it's like I mean, it's so easy for them to find you. You know what I mean? If I was Cersei, if you want my honest opinion, what she should have done is a long time ago, she should have snuck out of there and gone to Castle Rock. You know, that's what I think she should have done.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed it. I wanted more of him. I wanted him to stomp out the whole lot of them. You know these stars. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I don't know. I just don't like none of them fanatical groups in the thing. And I didn't mind them before, but when they start like getting to the point where they're controlling what's going on now, I was like, nah, you gotta go. And at that point, like a lot of people say, the Nutter, what's the Nutter boy? Joffrey would have did that. Joffrey would have wiped them out. That's why people prefer Joffrey than Tommen. Joffrey would have wiped them out. But anyway,
Tom is an idiot. He has the whole Lannister army over there in Riverlands, you know. So,
yeah. So you're right. So we move on. Brienne of Tarth and Podrick, they roll up, as you can see in this picture here. They roll up on the siege outside Riverrun, where the Black Fishes, and boy, listen, that whole scenario was pretty good. She met Jaime, they talked, and she tried to tell him that I want to go in there to talk him, try and talk him to come out because we need him to get some help. And Jaime goes, all right, fine, that is. And when she gets in there, boy, the Blackfish doesn't believe anything and everything and all. But anyway, I'll let you take your take. What's your take on Podrick, Brienne of Tarth meeting up with Jaime and their exchange?
Well, first of all, you saw a difference between the Freys and the Lannisters. Like, no one could really sneak up on the Lannisters. That's number one. You know? It was cool to see the tents like we did it. I believe, was it season 1 when we saw all the tents like that? Kind of give you the feel, because we kind of forget in the series how big these families really are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are big.
The people that hold up their banners, like the Lannister, is a huge army. You know, it's not like we think of the Lannisters as only Cersei and Jaime and their little brother, Tyrion. That's it. Like, no, like, or their uncle. No, it's like the Lannisters are like a big family. You know, they have a big army, and it's a big house. So it was just kind of cool to see that, and the one thing I did enjoy about that whole scenario was what's his name? What's the name of Jaime's friend? The
Jaime's friend. You talking about? What's his name again? The Cecil, right?
Yeah. So, well, anyway, he's trying to teach the keys. Like he sneaks up behind him and stuff.
Yeah, his name is Bronn.
Bronn, okay, yeah. He sticks up behind him, and he's like, well, you want me to show you how to fight this way? And he tells him to look down, then slaps him in the face, like basically teaching him that in the real world, like, no one fights with honor or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to survive, you got to cheap shot some people. He's like a dirty fighter. You know what I mean? But it's worked for him, and I guess it's kind of the lesson is, there's some guys that are amazing sword fighters, but their weakness is, just being honorable and this, that, and the third. You could poke somebody in the eye. You could, hit them when they're looking down or whatever. I kind of enjoyed that because it kind of shows the Bronn character. The Jaime and Brienne, I mean, they've always had like some form of weird connection, I guess. I've always wondered whether they're going to get together or not or something. They have like a weird connection together, but I've always thought like they were going to hook up or whatever, but we'll see how that goes. But I didn't like how Brienne was telling Jaime like all of the Stark's plans. Did you notice that shit?
She trusted him, innit?
Yeah, she's trusting him like way too much. Like, she's telling him everything they're planning and how they're going to attack Winterfell. Like, can you shut the fuck up? Like,
I didn't, that went over my head, I just start thinking about it. She's got a big
like, how do you just give somebody from another army like all your plans when they're like, that army is like the reason, that family is the reason that the Starks aren't even in power anymore? It's just it's crazy.
Well, yeah, well, obviously the person she worked for killed her son, killed his son, supposedly Joffrey. And Jaime wasn't even upset about it or anything, he didn't see it as the enemy. But they've shared the intimate part. He got his hand cut off her, So I guess they have some sort of deep connection, He could have let her get raped, So I guess so. I guess so. But you know what? Let's go on to the Blackfish. You know what? And you know what? I haven't gave my rating already. But just having the Blackfish die in the way he died, I was not impressed. He could have left, went with her down the river, caught up with Sansa. They could have took over Winterfell, and then after they got Winterfell, then they could have came back and took over the phrase. They could have did that. They could have did that, but no. The bloody guy wants to die in the castle, and his bloody nephew, his nephew betrayed him. But hey, I don't know, man. What's your take on that little bit? That whole thing.
Well, I mean, the Blackfish obviously knew what was going on, you know. And that one guy, like, I gotta follow the orders, sir. Like, it's just like dumb shit, you know. Before that, obviously, I like the encounter that Tully had with Jaime, you know, because there was like a little, you know, talk there, and Jaime like threatened to catapult his child, which he's probably never even seen, you know, because after the marriage, you know, they never saw each other, you know.
She was quite pretty, actually. The Frey girl.
Yeah.
She was actually,
you know, he didn't want to risk like calling his bluff on that, you know, and Jaime really got in his head, and basically at that point, the Blackfish knew exactly what that was about. Everyone else was just dumb, you know. It's just, this is why in those days, you know, you had one leader, you know. This is why, and they didn't listen to the Blackfish. Blackfish basically told him, you know, what's gonna go down. Didn't listen. He comes in, immediately open the gates and find a Blackfish. You know, it's that, and that's how it ended. Like no battle, nothing.
Well,
you know, so.
Well, you know what? I just thought about that. If he went and did that, that means his alliance with the Freys would have been over.
Yeah.
So he should have said, "Go ahead."
Well, I mean, he seemed to have really cared, but I don't know how I would have felt in that situation.
Well, yeah, it's pretty hard. But Jaime turned into his father, Tywin, at that moment. Yeah. He is his father, you know.
But what I would have done, this is what I would have done. I would have said, I never even fucked the Frey girl. That's probably Frey's daughter or son. You know, that's what I would have said. You know, because what would Jaime do at that point? You know.
Yeah, but they knew he did. They made sure because they needed a lineage to carry on. The Frey wants to take over the castle, and that's the way they do. They breed them in. So he's the heir to the castle, to the castle estate. So, but it's messed up how the Blackfish got sold out. The Blackfish was a serious military leader. Like, he seemed to me one of the last of the old military leaders who tried to take over, rebel against the Mad King. And the way he went out, I was like, oh man, he went out. Listen, we didn't see it, but hey, there's rumors saying that they actually didn't kill him. They actually keep him as captive. I don't know.
Well, they told here's what happened, right? Notice this. I want everybody to notice it, right? Anytime they don't show the people die, right? It's a red flag. Like we should already know this from the Hound, you know? So this is what I believe happened. Look at the scenarios of events. The Blackfish tells that same dude, it was the same actor, right? Saying, hey, I have to follow the order. Like he's my lord. I have to follow his order. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he had no choice, right? To follow the order?
Yeah.
Now, listen to how this played out, right? They let him in. He comes in. He says, find the Blackfish, right? We don't really know what that means. The guy gave him a look like, oh, motherfucker, you're surrendering the castle. You know what I mean? So how do we know they didn't grab the Blackfish and help him escape? Because they just told Jaime, well, he died fighting, my lord. Now, I assume, unless we see the body in the next episode, if Jaime is smart, he's going to say, well, bring me his head or bring me his body. You know? We'll see.
That's a good point. That, you know what? Are you saying, because you know what? That would be he quickly became one of my favorite actors, along with Stannis. Is Stannis dead then?
Stannis, I believe there's a high chance that he is dead, because we have a witness that said that killed him and beheaded him, right? In Brienne.
Brienne,
Right,
she's
so
honest. She's quite honest as
right,
well, isn't it?
exactly. And I think the reason they didn't show the Stannis death, right,
Yeah.
was so once we believe, you know what, Stannis is in fact dead, right?
Yeah.
So we don't even suspect the Hound. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's why they did it, you know, so.
Yeah, what's the point of bringing people back after they're supposed to be dead, man? Leave them dead, you know? Leave them dead. I guess, it's, like you said, it's the shock factor. Good point, good point. All right, let's move on, Will. So, getting to the court, Cersei comes to the court. There's going to be a proclamation or something. The royal decree, and Cersei wasn't aware, and she goes, where? And obviously, the hand of the king, which is her uncle, says it's happening now. And she stares by. She has to stand where all the women are, far back from the king. And King Tommen reads out the royal decree, and basically outlaws. What's the thing called? Fighting. What's it called again? Trial by combat. Is that what it's called?
Yes, trial by combat. Yeah.
Yeah, outlaws trial by combat, which messes up Cersei's plans because that was an ace in the hole because of the mountain. So obviously the Sparrows won again, and Cersei's doomed. But there's Pedro, what's his name, or whatever it is, Qyburn or whatever, Qyburn, whispers in her ear and tells her that whatever you thought was true is definitely true. Is it true? He goes, yeah. What is that? And what's your take on King Tommen done? Obviously instructing the Sparrow, and what's your take? Which thing Qyburn is saying to Cersei?
Well, first of all, Cersei being put in her place and being told you don't belong up in the throne, like you go over there with the rest of the ladies, you know, like it's constantly being shit anymore, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She's the widow of a former queen, like king. That is, that's all she is. So being put in her place, I mean, that alone hurt her. But not only that, I mean, just seeing her power slip away. But not only that, like also being like watching her only living son, only child, that is. She already lost her daughter and she lost her first son. You know, basically being taken away from her from the High Sparrow, you know, or by the High Sparrow. I mean, I think that was like something that really hit her at that point, you know, and not even like her son, not even acknowledging her, not even glancing at her. I mean, it's gonna make her go insane. Stand by my prediction that she's gonna burn the city down with wildfire. Like, I think I'm seeing all the signs of that happening. And I look back at the vision, you know, where we saw like the wildfire to the Red Keep, you know, or the hallway that is. I think she's gonna burn the fucking city down. I'm pretty convinced of it.
Don't you think in the fight with Stannis they used all of it up? I think they used it up to ambush Stannis, right?
Yeah.
I think they used it. They used it all up because that was the ace in the hole. They loaded it all up on that short arrows to blew them all up, and they thought that would scare them off. And Stannis is stubborn. So what's that noise in the background? You got some noise in the background. What's that?
Oh, my bad. So that was my phone. Go ahead. Somebody was calling me.
Okay. If they had any more wildfire, when Stannis got to the cast, when Stannis got to the wall, they would have poured the wildfire down on him, isn't it? So.
Well, I mean, the thing with wildfire, it was good to use over in the bay because it was in the water and stuff. But if you use it like near the castle, it could end up burning the whole fucking city down.
That's true. Well, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, maybe, but the visions were old as well. The visions were in the past. They were old visions. They weren't like new visions. So, but you're right. Maybe, it could be. She could be. That's that. You're not the only one said that she might burn the whole thing down. So, I
think she's gonna burn it down. To be honest, she's going insane, man. Like she's been cornered. You know, all this has been strategic. I mean, they have the whole Lannister army over there in the Riverlands. Mm-hmm. They already took away the trial by combat. Her Tommen is under their control. Like she's basically lost everything. Her only possible allies do not like her. Queen of Thorns does not like her. All right, couldn't give two shits about her, so she's lost that alliance. I mean, Cersei is in a very bad spot. You know, like she really is. Yeah,
I agree, man. Absolutely, man. So we're gonna get moving to Meereen and what's his name? What's that guy? Grey Worm. Grey Worm's there with obviously the servant girl and Tyrion. Hey, Tyrion tried it. He stalled them for a while, so the violence did stop. But hey, listen, mate, they're back on it, and this time they're coming for blood. They got the sail ships, and they're on Marine, and then Daenerys walks in. What's your take? What's your give us your opinion on that thing there?
Well, first of all, was it just me, or like at first I thought it was like I thought it was Ira and no, not Ira. What's her name? With Reek.
Who's that?
What's her sister? What's the sister's name again? The Dyke.
The Dyke. Who's
you know, I don't know. I thought it was the fleet from the Iron Islands. You know.
Oh, no. That wasn't
at first. That's what I thought. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like,
you're talking about I got you. Yeah. You feel.
I think what's gonna happen, because right now, Tyrion obviously made a really bad calculation, and all he really did was give them time to prepare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you're at war with someone and you know they want your downfall, giving them peace, all right, doesn't give you everlasting peace. It only gives them more time to prepare to destroy you. You know, so, and that's what Tyrion did. You know, him prolonging everything, trying to keep the peace while Daenerys is away, caused that to happen. You saw Grey Worm kind of hold stuff down, tell him what we need to do. And then, of course, Daenerys shows up on time. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting what happens. Like, does she have her dragon burn down all the ships? Because she needs those ships, you know?
Well,
does the Iron Fleet show up and take them out and win her over that way? I think that's what's going to happen.
If the Iron Fleet turns up, they're going to get flamed up because no one knows if they're friend or foe. So they don't need to be turned up around that time, mate. I think she.
The thing though, like the ships all have banners and stuff, right? So
the dragon don't know.
Someone like Tyrion will be able to see the banners and be like, "Hey, that's the Iron Islands." He'll know. Tyrion will know.
Yeah, but Iron Islands ain't friends with the Lannisters. They ain't friends with no one. So they want.
No, not exactly. But if they start destroying this fleet, and they're watching it, like, holy shit! Look, they're battling the fleet over there. You know, like. Okay. Of course, you let them fight. You don't stop the fight. You let them fight until one wins, and even if whoever wins is against you, they did all the fighting for you. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
you still have to ask, why did they come all the way from the Iron Islands and then help us fight these dudes? You know, so
that's a good point. But like I said, if the dragons don't, they can't discern between them, for they're just gonna flame everything up. She gonna let down all 3 dragons. They gonna burn up the bay, man.
Yeah, but here's the situation. Right? She needs those ships.
Not them ships.
Well, I mean, she could use those ships. I'm just saying, you know, like what? Do you just have the dragon just burn them all? Like, I mean.
Yeah, because they've got armies on them ships. They're looking to bay. They're gonna set their troops at low. So they're not gonna give up them ships, man. They'll probably bomb the ships.
She's got like 100,000 Dothraki. I mean, she'll be fine. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think she's gonna get them. I don't think she's gonna be able to conquer them ships unless they surround them. Good point. If the Iron Islands surround them on in the water, and the Dothrakis on the land, they're gonna have to give up, and then she'll have the ships. She'll get more ships. So that's a good point.
I see it coming. The reason I'm saying this, what a coincidence that it's ships. It's not an invasion by land, but ships. While the Iron Fleet is coming. You know what I mean? It seems like it's. I just feel like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That, or she's just going to have the dragons wipe them all out, which will be kind of cool to watch. You know, but I think it has something to do with the Iron Fleet showing up. You know.
Don't you think it's just strategic? Yeah, because a couple of episodes back, they burnt their ships. They burnt out all their ships. So they were planning because they burned them. So they meet them. So because they burned them, obviously they can't meet them on the river. So that's why they were planning to take. They just want to hear what Tyrion had to say. So obviously they know she's not there. So they've been planning to attack from a while. From once they burnt down their ships. So,
I agree.
Yeah. All right, we move on. All right, so the Hound catches up with the other guy, the other three guys who killed the innocent people, and he meets the friend, what they call it, the thing without banners, the brothers without banners. Is that what they're called?
Yep.
All right, the brothers without banners and the leader, and he's arguing with them. He wants to get them. They say you can only take. I'll give you because of respect. I'll give you two. And he kicks the thing away, whatever. Takes one of their boots, which is probably a good look anyway. He's walking barefooted because he's obviously picked up their religion, and so he's with them, and they convince. It looks like they convinced him to stay, and this is what people talk about Clegane Bolt. We don't get into that Clegane Bolt thing.
Yeah.
He's joined them, so he's right on par with Clegane Bolt, even though Cersei's the situation, the king's outlawed.
I agree. Yeah, that messed that up. Yeah.
Yeah, but Clegane Bolt is still on course, in my opinion. It can still happen. Like, I mean, even though it's been outlawed, somewhere around. So he looks like he's going to join the Brothers Without Banners. And I don't know where they're going, but what's your take on that little thing, anyway?
Well, first of all, the Clegane Bowl has been ruined. Just for that law that was passed. First of all, just a side note. This was a royal decree, meaning it's been outlawed all over the Seven Kingdoms. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting how the rest of the kingdoms react to this. You know, like it's going to be very interesting. This has been a tradition for over a century. So it's going to be interesting how that plays out, you know? Mm-hmm. So as far as that goes, we'll see with that. But I think what they're going to be doing with Clegane, man, is the Hound. It's like the Brotherhood Without Banners knows that the dead are coming. You know what I mean?
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
How do they know?
Well, they kind of briefly mentioned it, like, to the Hound.
What did they say?
You know, I don't remember the word for word, but the guy with like the eye patch or whatever brought it up.
Yeah.
And then, man, people keep calling me. Sorry. So, yeah, plus they're in that religion that kind of knows about, you know, the Dark Knight and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And when winter comes, the Dark Knight comes with it. They're in that religion that knows all that or kind of acknowledges that. So I think there's some spirit stuff going on there, and they want Clegane to join them, like, you know, and where it's gonna go, I'm not exactly sure, but the Brotherhood Without Banners, man, like they're in the Riverland, so it's gonna be interesting how all that plays out, you know, because they've been causing a lot of problems for the Freys as well. So. Okay. It's going to be interesting how if they run into the Lannisters or not. We'll see. But it's totally different to the book. In the book, like, they're being led by Lady Stoneheart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone was saying that, but that's where, because Lady needs to keep that signature is hanging. That's what people were saying. So
there's a theory out there. I know this is a crazy theory that the Blackfish, maybe they did kill him and they threw him in the river. You know what I mean? And the Brotherhood Without Banners, that priest will revive him. You know, and he will be like the Stoneheart that leads them. That's kind of like that's been a rumor I've heard. So we'll see. I hope that doesn't happen. We already had one guy get revived in Jon Snow, you know, but you know, I don't want to see a bunch of people get revived. That's my opinion. So
yeah. That's pretty good. It's possible. All right, we're gonna move on to Aya. So obviously she's there with the actress, and then all of a sudden she's quiet. She's quiet. One way actress, she gets up, see the actress will bend. One of the actresses says she's all bent around the stool, and you see the waif, man. Listen, the waif just chases her all the way through Marine, through what's the place? The black and white place. What's that place called?
The House of Black and White.
Oh, the House of Black and White. Yeah, chases her all the way through there. With the Iron Bank's around the corner from there, isn't it? The Iron Bank's in that place as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so she chases all the way through the marketplace, jumps on fruits, jumps off the cliff, jumps off the balcony to run, and then she's bleeding obviously because of the wounds. I'm surprised she could even jump off the freaking thing, but hey, she's been trained to. Hey, man, that's another. We're gonna get into that. And she crawls into the den where she was in before, and Wave goes, "You got any last words? You want to stand or sit when you die?" And she stands. She pulls out needle, shuts her eyes, knocks the candle out, and boy, on it, bruv. Yes, the Wave's face is on the bloody face, so she got a face. Jackie and Don say the girl now has no name. She goes, "I have a girl has a name. My name is Iron Stark, and I'm leaving." Bang, and it's over. These stars. Give us your take on that whole thing.
Well, my thing is, it's like, first of all, the Face of the Men should be discreet killers. Like, this girl's running all over the city trying to kill Ira. Like, you know what I mean? You know, and with her real face, too, apparently, because that's the face that Ira tore off. So that was interesting, you know. But I don't know who taught Ira how to take off the face. I thought she never learned, you know, but apparently she did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out whether this just happened and the guy just accepted it, or if this was his plan all along. You know, I really don't know.
No, man. Maybe the budget weren't there. They just want to shut that thing down real quick. I'm not too sure.
You know, you think this was his plan?
Jack and the Dark, I couldn't tell you, man. I don't know what's going on in that thing. Like, book readers. I heard book readers and that whole thing. It's complicated, man, because they actually thought Aya was actually fighting herself. They actually thought it was she was going mad and stuff like that. People were bringing up them scenarios, and now we know it wasn't. I don't know what Jack and Dark was thinking, man. I don't know what he's up to. I don't think he even cares. You know, she made the mistake. She was supposed to kill that woman, Lady Crane, and Lady Crane seemed like she was a bad woman. I mean, she was good to Aya, but if anything, she has qualities like her mom actually. And
right.
She was supposed to get killed, and the Waif went and did it. But the Waif also, because she didn't do it, the Waif tried to teach her a lesson. But Aya's learned. She could fight in the blind and stuff like that. So, and the gods of many faces wanted their face, and they got a face, so they can't complain. Her debt's done in full. I think it's better that way than her jumping on a boat and thing. Because if she jumped on a boat and went to Westeros or wherever she went, yeah, I believe they would have got her anyway. They would have got her, because the way she was walking around the city like nothing happened and shit. You know they were gonna get her at some point. Or maybe that was her plan. Maybe that was her plan. She wanted them to attack her, you know. But I don't know why it's that, because they could have just killed her straight away. So I don't know. I don't know what Jack and McGon was thinking. Couldn't tell you.
That's very interesting. It does make you wonder, though, if she was in fact going mad and fighting herself.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think. She's schizophrenic. She was fighting herself, and that's it. But obviously that wasn't the case. She might have planned to get stabbed up by the Reef, because you know the Reef. She knows the Reef. The Waif is cruel. She might have planned it because the Waif was beating her when she was blind, just kept picking on her. So maybe she thought the Waif was just gonna punish her. Maybe that's what it was.
The next thing, though, is this. I mean, she's on her way to Winterfell. She's a trained assassin now, so it'll be interesting to see what role she plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. This is some good stuff, man. Good stuff going on. I'm glad she's out of that. I'm glad that whole thing's finished as it is. You know, at least.
Yeah, and that storyline was going nowhere, man. At some point, you know. So
yeah,
I'm glad. I think it went on for like 2 seasons. Like it's just you know what I mean. It's just.
Yeah, what's your overall take of that whole thing? The whole that it's like a dawn, isn't it?
It kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it went on for too long. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Like they could have done it without even going Ira over there and just kind of updating us here and there. But I think there was just too much of it. I think, and it went on for too long. Like she was there for 2.5 seasons, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, when she went there and jumped on the boat, it was promising. You know, just to get in the house. But when she get in there, she was sweeping the floors up and stuff. The time she had to learn when she was blind. So I don't know, man, what kind of training they were trying to do out there, man.
But I mean, she's an assassin now that could kill in the dark and stuff. I mean, she's gonna kill a bunch of people, man.
Yeah. I don't know if she's gonna build conscience. She's got conscience, man. I don't think she even wants to kill anyone. Now,
I mean, she'll kill. You don't think she'll kill Ramsay Snow?
What's Ramsay done to her?
Raped her sister.
You don't know that unless she meets her sister.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't think he'll find out? I mean, plus he's in the castle that belongs to her.
I think she's gonna go directly to the people who done her dad. I think that's the one, man. Everyone who's done her dad, I think she's more immediately or just looking to work them over. I don't think she's even to think about her sister. I think she's just all the people that are list who had her dad killed. I think she's Joffrey's already dead, so she's happy about that. Who else was on the list?
What about Walter Frey? Walter Frey was on her list.
I don't know if she knew Walter Frey killed her mum and them things. There was he one of
Walter Frey's on her list. Plus, she knows the Freys are responsible for killing her family. She saw that shit go down, and she also saw the wolf on Robb Stark's head. You know.
You're right. Well,
if you think about it, she's seen a lot of fucked up shit. Like if you think about it, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Who do you reckon she'll kill first then?
Well, depending where she lands first, you know, I don't think they'll have her land in Winterfell because there's no way to just land in Winterfell.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be shocked if she just works on her list, man. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if she goes after Walter Frey, to be honest. Because, I mean, she already knows Joffrey's dead, so.
Yeah.
She found out through the play or whatever.
Yeah. So what's your take on her meeting Joffrey and Darla and saying, yeah, girl has no name? That's the whole conversation. You know what I mean? The debt is full.
My name is, girl has a name, Arya Stark. I'm going back home. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the point of that was. I know there's a point to it, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder if that was just his plan the whole time, you know? Because she wanted to be an assassin, and he's like, well, if you want to be an assassin, you know, this is the way to do it. And, you know, she did it.
Yeah, it was whack, man. You know, you know what? All right, let's get into it, Umar. Let's get into it. What's your rating of this one? Episode 8.
I give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Is that your lowest mark?
No, I think a 6 was the lowest.
Which
a couple weeks back.
Yeah, a couple of weeks back. Well, I'm giving it a 5, man. I'm giving it a 5. I wasn't impressed at all. The Blackfish,
really?
Yeah, because the Blackfish getting killed me. The Blackfish, because look, he could have went with them. He didn't go. Just him getting killed, being betrayed by his brother, pissed me off. I know, like in terms of okay, there was the action with the Hound, whatever, killing people, but nah. And then remember, I wanted the Faith Militant to get killed as well, because in the trailer, I was so pumped. Yeah, I choose. When she went up to him, she goes, "Yeah, what do you choose?" I choose violence. Straight. I wanted them to kill more, and there were only one. And then obviously they outlawed bloody trial by combat, whatever. Nah, these stars. Nah. 5 is that is it. 5. So you give it 6.5. So all right. Predictions next week. It's the Battle of the Bastards, by the way. The Battle of the Bastards, right?
Yeah, the Battle of the Bastards, man. Next, that looks the previews look freaking awesome too.
I hope so, man. You better live. You know better live up to like Thingy Home. What's it called again?
Because here's the thing, man. Like, and Jon Snow knows this too.
Yeah.
So he kind of knows what he got himself into. He just knows he has no choice here. Like, they can't beat that army. They just can't. Something needs to happen. Someone's gonna show up to help them or something. Because I'm telling you right now, for centuries, the Wildlings cannot beat an army in the north, man, from Westeros.
Mm-hmm.
They're just too organized or too, everything. So it's going to be very interesting how that shit goes down, man. But they got a giant, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, they got a giant.
That giant will wipe out at least 50 men. So
yeah, he can do all right. But you're like, they haven't got enough. But it's Jon Snow. I don't see him getting killed. They didn't bring him back to getting killed, so I think they're gonna win. I think the altercation is gonna happen where Ramsay's gonna challenge him for a one-on-one, and Jon Snow kills him, and the army. Then that's it. That's the only way. I don't think Littlefinger comes. I don't think no one comes to Sansa's rescue. I don't care that little.
Well, I mean, you gotta. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you're right because it's really not enough time for anybody to show up.
Nope.
Or maybe they just pull the upset and win. Like it's just, or someone's or some lineup of some family is gonna betray Ramsay or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, look, we're hoping that, but the realistic is there's time and there's money, and I think you have a little battle scene, and then Ramsey
Because
squares.
I couldn't envision a scenario like this, right? Where like like in these battles, these old school battles, they'll attack in waves and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could see like waves of armies being sent, and then Ramsey just being like, "All right, send the next wave," and then they don't listen to him, Yeah. And he just turn around and betray his ass or some shit, So we'll see, man. Like, and it looks like it's gonna be an actual battle. Like we never really get to see a battle, We see the after effects. We see what happened afterwards, or there is no battle, like with the Blackfish. They just surrender to the castle. From the previews, there's an actual battle. Like they're marching forward, and they're attacking.
Yeah. I saw that. But I like I said, I reckon they fight a bit and then it squares off. Like Troy. In Troy.
Yeah.
Where they got a scenario where they're fighting a bit and then the two of them square off in the middle of the battle, and then Ramsey gets killed by Jon Snow, and the battle's over, and then obviously they put down their arms, and Winterfell belongs to them. That'll happen. That could happen. Or he pulls out, maybe Ramsey, so he's a dickhead, cruel guy. He pulls out his brother and says, "You better put down your arms or I'll kill your brother." You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Yeah. That could happen. There's loads of scenarios. But
I don't know. Like, I think they're gonna pull the upset, man. Like, I think that's what's gonna happen.
It's gone too quick, though. We're like next week will be the two more. That's it. It's gone too quick. But as a season, I don't know. Hodor, is the battle going to be good enough? Is the last one going to be good enough? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I just have to sit. Maybe I have to sit back and watch the whole thing and reflect. But right now, these episodes was dull. Last week was really good, right?
Yeah.
Right? And
it was.
It's gone back to bullshit again. The one before last week was garbage. It wasn't that good. And this was flat, man. This was because they could have killed the Faith Militant. And then Blackfish, my favorite guy, died, man. You know what I mean? So I'm pissed off. Umar just jumped in. Umar.
Well, man.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give my final thoughts here because I gotta get ready for work here. But I don't like the way the Blackfish went out. I hope that they just kind of snuck him out and he's not dead or some shit. That's what I'm hoping. Or that they have him, prisoner or some shit. But we'll see how that shit goes down. And it's I don't know. I don't think Ira makes it to Westeros until next season. I don't even think they'll show her again. Maybe till the last episode towards the end.
Yeah.
We'll see if the Hound runs into Ira again and the Brotherhood without banners. I think that would be a kind of a maybe the best place for her right now, probably. So we'll see, man. Or maybe it is TV, and sometimes TV is so predictable. Maybe we get all of the Starks finally reuniting at the end of the season, where Bran and Ira and their little brother, I forget his name, are finally reunited for the first time since season 1. So I think if I'm a betting man, I think they're setting it up for that. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they've been fucking over the Starks for like 5.5 seasons. So they got to give us something, man. Like shit, So I'll tell you what, though. If Ramsay Snow, all right, if that motherfucker beats Jon Snow, all right, in the battlefield, I'm going to be fucking pissed, man.
Pissed, man. Hey, I got something for you. Just thought about it. Remember it's called the Battle of the Bastards, right? What's Robert Baratheon's son called? The one on the boat. What's his name? The one, the blacksmith.
I forgot his name, yeah.
Maybe he hooks up and brings an army and comes out because it comes and helps. Maybe he comes and helps because he's a bastard as well, He could just turn up. A new one. Maybe it's an older version of that guy, and he might turn up with some army because he's basically heir to the Baratheons. He's the bastard, isn't it?
Well, he is, but I don't know. I don't even know who's at Storm's End. That's where the Baratheons are from. So it could happen because the Baratheons are kind of been under the radar, to be honest. So
yeah, the Battle of the Bastards, he could just turn up as a shock. Man, let's put it out there, man.
I think Littlefinger's gonna show up, man, with a veil. I'm telling you, like out of nowhere, like, right when you think Jon Snow and them are gonna lose, and Littlefinger's gonna show up with a veil army, and for the first time in 5.5 seasons, I'm gonna be down with Littlefinger.
Littlefinger's little shit, man. He might just fucking join the boat as a little bastard.
Well, there's no future for the Boltons, Plus, I honestly feel someone's gonna betray Ramsay Snow. I see it coming.
Hope so. Hope so, man. It's some good predictions. D-Styles, hey, man, it's great having you over. Hey, better late than never. Hey, catch up me and D-Styles next week. Make sure you check out D-Styles channel. Thanks, D-Styles, man. I appreciate you coming over, bro.
Man, peace out.
All right, man. Peace out, man. All right, people. So that was D-Styles, EJ Boxing Live here. Ben Umar, unmute yourself, Umar.
What's up, man?
Now, what's going on, man? Yeah, just finished with D-Styles. We still live, Umar. Give your take on season 6, episode 8. No one.
All right, where do you want to start?
Start where you feel, man. Start where you feel. So much going on.
I had already told you last week because I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it, really, do a review on it. When I realized that the Hound was back, the week before that when we did it, I told you that was one of my favorite characters, so I was happy. And this week, just the way it starts off, this dude's just cutting people's heads off and putting axes in people's skulls. That shit was nuts.
Yeah, he did, bro. He
was
a vibe.
Yeah, and then he killed my man. He killed my man by hanging him. He wanted to gun him, and then he took my man's boots off and said, "You got anything to eat?" And the Hound's such a beast. I love that character, man.
Yeah, how is people's favorite character? My favorite character is Blackfish, bro. Like, I can't believe he's dead already. That's what, like, if I'm rating this, I'm not rating this one because they killed the Blackfish and the Faith Militant are still alive, Umar. They're still alive, man. How can they still be alive?
I don't know,
you know
bro. I mean? And they're causing even more problems. But the thing with that was, I agree with D-Style because the Blackfish might be still alive, bro, because the soldiers that would have supposedly killed him were kind of his soldiers. In a way,
we don't know that. The soldier who came up to him was a Lannister soldier.
I'm not sure who it was who came up. Maybe it was. But they might have snuck him out of there, man. Because they usually show people dying, and then all of a sudden they don't show him dying.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think because he's thinking that was the only way out. That boat thing. I think he's dead, man. I think he's dead, or the Fraser capture him and then they'll torture him and jack off his dick and do that shit. But wait, what do you think of Cersei and thingy Robert Strongbow being at the Faith Militant and taking off one of their head like Predator style, ripping off?
That was crazy, bro. Because my man really thought shit was sweet when he hit him in the chest with that fucking axe thing. That dude, he fucked him up with the quickness.
He didn't even pull out his sword as well. You know what I'm saying? He just used his hands on him, bro.
That dude is a beast, man. I don't even know if that guy's human. He's just huge with those red eyes. He looks crazy.
She should have set him on all of them, bro. Should have fucked them all up, man, in the room. Fuck them all up. She should have fucked. If that was her, I'd say fuck them all up, right? Including my cousin Doris, and go up there and fucking kill the Scepters. Take his head off the same way. Rip it right off, man.
Bro, it's gonna take the whole King's Army to kill that guy because those fucking Faith Militant dudes, if they try to come into that Red Keep, he's gonna fuck their world up.
They're gonna leave Cersei alone. But Cersei, they've outlawed trial by combat. That was Cersei's ace in the hole. What's she gonna do now?
But yeah, the reason they did that, and you notice when they did it after they realized that they have nobody to beat that fucking guy because that guy killed them so easily, and they went back and told the Faith Militant, like, hey, this guy, there's no way we can beat him in trial by combat. That's why they eliminated it.
Yeah, well, yes, they did. But she whispered about something. She goes, yeah, that secret, what I asked her about. It's like Qyburn whispering in her ear. She goes, yeah, I think I told you about. Is it happening? He goes, yeah, it's true. What do you think they were talking about?
Who are you talking about?
Qyburn whispering in Cersei's ear. He's the main.
Yeah. I was wondering what the fuck they were talking about. I didn't understand what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, whispering, they got a secret. Because the thing you were talking about, I hear is true. He goes, it's true. He goes, yeah, it's true. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. People think it's wild.
I know what part of the episode you're talking about, but I had no idea what they were talking about.
Okay. Going down, let's go to Marine. Marine with with Tyrion and Grace and Grey Worm over there talking, and the bloody slavers come on the boat, man. They want they want to creep up the slave. They know they're weak, and obviously Daenerys is not there. They start bombing on Marine over there, and then obviously Daenerys came in. What was your take on that shit? What do you think? And what do you think Daenerys is gonna do next week? Hopefully we see some shit with Daenerys, man. Fucks them up.
I guarantee you, I know what's gonna happen.
Go ahead.
I put money on it. This is gonna happen because she just showed up at the last minute with coming through the door or whatever. And the dragon, she's ahead of her army because the dragon obviously brought her back. Her army, the army's coming behind her, and you got to remember the Ironborn on their way there as well in their ships. So they're gonna have an army to fight them. But either by next week or the week after, they're gonna have some kind of clash. But the thing is this: she's got the one dragon that dropped her off, and then she's probably gonna let the other two out, and they're gonna fucking flame up everything.
If they flame up the boat, yeah, because these are saying they need them boats. I was like, fuck them boats. The Ironborn are coming. Exactly. I don't think I was like, fucking burn them up in the boats, man. And if they come on land, they're going to get damn up by the jaws of Dothraki. Either way, their heads are going to roll. They need to get fucking sorted. I had enough. And you see the sign, it was the slavers, the sons of the Harpies, man. They had enough of her, man. They're coming to fuck her up, man.
Yeah, I know. They're bringing all stops out there to kill her, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose badly. Because she's got all those fucking dragons. I think they only believe that she has one dragon, but she has.
But the Dothraki is gonna take ages to get there. The Dothraki, but you know, it's a TV series, so the Dothraki will be there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It would take ages for them to be there because they need boats or however. I don't even know. They need boats to come across to Marine, I think, or maybe you can get there by land. I have no idea, but. The Ironborn are coming right behind them with boats, so they'll probably end up. They're gonna get. They're gonna get rid of.
Scenario. See the dragon. See one of the dragons. It was flying off in it. Maybe she sent the dragon to go pick some of them up and bring them over.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she might say them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause I see one of the dragons flying away in the background, but because you see the dragon flying in the background, that dragon's. Bro, burn up them in the bay, man. Burn them up in the bay. Burn them motherfuckers up in the bay. I can't stand the Harpies.
This is the thing. The only reason the Harpies attacked like that right then is because they knew she wasn't there and they thought she was never coming back.
Okay.
And they missed, in my opinion, and they miscalculated because she's back. And they knew they didn't have to deal with the dragons if she wasn't there. But now they're gonna be in for a surprise.
Burn them motherfuckers up quick. All right. Let's go to Arya. She's stabbed up by the wave. She's stabbed up. She goes to Lady Crane. Lady Crane shows she's a bad bitch, bro. She's been stabbing people for the longest. So much so she stabs boyfriends and people, whoever. She stitches people up. That's how she knew how to stitch Arya up. But Arya is still bleeding. Next thing you know, Arya comes out. Lady Crane's bent all over a chair, like I don't know, like Dar Singh in Street Fighter. And then you see the wave chasing her through the street. Arya runs into a little cave, whatever she's in, turns the lights off and takes off her face, bro. What was your take on that?
I was so happy. I'm telling you right now, I was watching that whole scene where Arya's running and she's falling and she's bleeding, and that little psycho bitch is running like a 440 jumping off walls.
Terminator, right?
Yeah, I hated her. I was hoping she would die. I'm so glad that I saw her face on the wall. I hated that character. She was a psycho little bitch, man.
Psycho bitch.
Did you see her when Arya was like stumbling through the crowd and this bitch is on top of the wall, just jumps off the fucking wall all crazy. She was like, oh, this bitch is crazy. So
the Terminator style, right?
Yeah, she was like my man from Terminator 2, whatever my man's name was.
She was joking around, bro. Don't care who's there, jumped into people. She just there, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I sure she's got some skills though, because bro, that was a real ninja move, man. I thought she was fucked, man.
No, but you see what happened there, right? Yeah. Aya, because remember a couple episodes, Aya went in that cave. She was setting that up to kill that girl because remember she turned the lights off and Aya was blind, so she learned how to fight in the dark. But that girl never did that because that girl was just taking advantage of Aya when she couldn't see. So what Aya had the advantage.
Yeah, I think Aya was. You see when you see Aya, right? When she disobeyed Jack and God and she was walking on the bridge. See that whole scenario to me, she was setting them up, man. She was setting her up. She was setting the wave up because you knew the wave is cruel. So it makes sense because normal people were trying to make out like Aya was schizophrenic. You know, she has two personalities. That the waif is really her. People come out with some mad scenarios, man, but it never came down. But Aya's a bad bitch, and she's going to Westeros. And her Dex paid with Jack and Garner. They all squared up, which is good because if she left before that, bruh, you don't know when them people, their faces people gonna come for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he said to her, now the girl finally has no name, and then she's like, no, I'm Arya Stark of Winterfell, and I'm going home.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I don't know where the fuck. I don't know if she's going to the north, if she's going to Westeros, if she's gonna go to the Wall looking for Jon Snow. I have no idea where she's gonna go. She can't go to the north. If she goes to the north, Ramsay Bolton's gonna capture her ass.
Ramsay's about to get out at night. Nicely. He needs to get out. If Ramsay fucking wins this battle, bro, I'm gonna be fucking doomed up. I was fucked up when Hodor died. Like, and this something about this season will fuck me. Hodor dying was fucked me up, man. But the blackfish, him dying is like, nah, because they could have leave the blackfish, yeah. It would have been a fucking great. He knows, he's like Davos. He knows what's going on, bruv. And like that, him getting fucking dummy in. All right. What else happened in the series? Anything else I missed out? Done. The game boat got fucked up. That's the thing when people thought him and the Hound were gonna fight. So that's to cover Cersei, you cover Arya. What else we gotta cover? That's it, really. It's okay. Next week's the battle. Wait. What would you rate this season? What would you rate this episode? Episode 8.
This episode 8, I give it about a 9.
Fuck that, man. You crazy? Really?
I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed seeing. First of all, I enjoyed seeing the Hound fucking people up again. That made me very excited.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
And then I like the way I love the fact that I killed that psycho, bro. Because I've been telling you for weeks that I want her to die, and I'm glad she's gone. I hated that girl. And And I like the fact that the city of Marine is getting attacked, and we're gonna get to see how the fuck they're gonna battle that off.
Okay, well, the reason why I gave it a 5, because the blackfish died, and the bloody Faith Militant is still around. Uma, I've been praying to the minds from season 1. They're still around, bro. They're still around. That's what killing one of them is not good enough. They need to get outed.
Bro, I think they're gonna be around till next season, bro. I think you're gonna have to do
my. One is the spray, because like I talked to Spencer, right? Spencer Fearon, all he cared about is Joffrey needs to go, bro. Everyone, Joffrey was people supporting their side, like Ramsay, like I think his last when he was torturing Theon, bro. I was like, this guy needs to get it quick. When's this guy gonna die, bro? But the thing is, bro, like they're on my number 1 hit list, bro. They're on my number 1 hit list. The way they conduct themselves, no. They need to go. They got to go quick. All right, so I gave it a 5 because of them reasons. And you gave your prediction next week. You just gave your prediction. I gave my prediction. It's going to be Bastard. I reckon that Robert Baratheon's bastard son is going to go down to the thing. I reckon he might come with the army and help out because it's called the Battle of Bastards. And it will catch people off guard. That's my opinion. It will help out Jon Snow against the stinking Boltons. And hopefully that will happen. Anything else, Umar, you want to add?
I just really can't wait till next Sunday to see, or to this Sunday, which is actually fast approaching, which is crazy. But I just can't wait to see how they're gonna battle the Harpies and to see how they're gonna keep them from taking over the city.
Yeah, man. Cool.
And I want to see if Aya, and like D-Star said, I want to see if Aya and the Hound meet up again because I swear I think they're gonna cross paths very soon.
Cool, man. All right, man. It's Umar, EJ Boxing Live. We catch you next one. Peace.
Peace, people.